Okay, so I'm going to talk about something that has come to mind because somebody in my life was, I feel, worried that I'm not getting better as fast as they expect me to. And here's the thing. Um, when we have people in our lives who hurt themselves, or if we hurt ourselves, and we have a certain expectation for recovery, like a stubbed toe will take a few minutes to recover from. Um, a broken finger takes a few weeks, right? Maybe like a few weeks. Um, if you have a serious illness, you need to end up in the hospital. It could be a few months. And then if you're in the hospital for a very long time, like what's happened to my father-in-law, you have to relearn a lot of things, like even walking, sometimes swallowing, sometimes communicating, things like that. Um, those are when you have massive trauma to your body. And we, as a society, accept all these time frames because they're things that we can see and they're injuries that we understand. Well, now I experience something that a lot of other people experience, which is mental illness, and that is a subjective, unfortunately, time of recovery and time of illness that people have. So your brain is your most used organ. Why do we not have respect for its ups and downs and its off days and on days and its absolute trauma? So what I've experienced in the past year is, I'd say, one of the most traumatic things that have probably ever happened to me, and that's hearing voices telling me horrible things about me for a year. And I know for a fact that these levels of psychosis will leave a mark on your brain that indicates trauma. So I have essentially a brain injury that I'm recovering from. And if there's anything, more um, not upsetting, but like that you could feel heartfelt about. Somebody's brain is injured, like, oh my gosh, they've got to struggle not just walking if it's their leg, or not just picking things up if it's their arm, or not just day to day if it's their torso and their body. It's their brain. It's everything I think of. It's when I think about doing all those actions, and it's when I think about, taking care of my son, taking care of myself, taking care of the house, taking care of my husband, taking care of bills, like I can do that, taking care of, you know, myself. It's something that's very difficult to do, and even though now I'm on medication that's helping me quite a bit, I'm still a lot outside the lines, and there's this impatience that I'm starting to feel like, okay, you've been crazy for a few days now, knock it off. And I have a serious brain injury, and I would like a little bit of patience and understanding. And I don't want the personal patience and understanding. I want people to understand what that means. Like, what would it mean for yourself if that happened? If something happened in your brain, you got in an accident and you had your clock shook up. What would that mean for you? You would need to take things slower. You would need things explained twice or more. You would need to have a lot taken out of your day to day so that you could cope with the most important things. Like, this is where I'm at, and it's scary, and I know that I'm going to get better because, come on, I'm me. I'm going to get better, but I'm just really shocked with my own realization of how actually, you want to know what? It's how far I've come, because I'm doing quite a lot of things, and I'm working with I mean, if you could look inside my head, it would be this, like, brain all curled up in a bed with, like, Kleenex and watching, like, Ellen, and my brain's like, yo, I'm sick. And I'm still doing stuff. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.